Hi, today I'm going to show you how to do a sun salutation sequence against the wall. So if you can't put pressure on your hands and wrists or have neck injuries or have a hard time getting up and down, this is going to be a preliminary step for you to gaining the strength and mobility to do that against the wall. So here we go. So first of all, I want to describe what does hip width distance mean. That means you take two fists in between your feet. So that's hip width distance. So this is going to be a very stable stance for your feet. We're going to begin first by making sure when we lean forward, you're not going to hit your head on the wall, but you're pretty close to the wall. So take a stance away from the wall where you're not going to hit it when you come forward. Stand with your feet hip width distance. You're going to take your palms to your heart and inhale, reach up, look up, palms pressed together. Then exhale, sweep the arms out wide, lead with your heart, hinge from the hips, and come into a forward fold. Tuck your chin and squeeze all the air out. Then inhale, come up with a flat back. Now notice, I'm not rounding up like this. My back is flat, my knees are bent, just to get some more power in my glutes, and I'm lifting my heart. My hands are on my shins, pressing. So it's a very active pose. My toes are lifted up. Then exhale, forward fold, squeeze all the air out, tuck your chin. Then inhale with a flat back, bend your knees and lift all the way up. Reach up, look up, and then exhale, hands to your heart. Now bring your hands to the wall. We're moving into plank pose. So you want to align your wrist with your shoulder so it's a nice straight line. And your hands are going to be pointed slightly faced outward like this, okay? So that your index finger is pointed up and your arms are out shoulder height. So it's like this. I'm going to press into my hands against the wall. I'm going to press my heels into the floor and I'm going to tuck my hips. So you feel a strong engagement in the core. I'm pressing fully. My legs are engaged, my glutes are engaged, my abs are engaged, my arms are engaged. I'm pulling up through the crown of my head. Breathe deep, deep breaths. Now on your next exhalation, we're going to bring our forehead to the wall, bending the elbows down, and inhale, straighten them out. So when we bend the elbows, we're not bending them out, we're bending them down. Inhale, come up, exhale, press, and I'm pressing into my hands the entire way I'm lowering down. So I'm pressing my feet into the floor and I'm pressing my hands into the wall. Now bring your forehead to the ground, floor, and walk your feet towards the wall. Press your hips towards the wall. Inhale and lean back. Just a gentle back bend. Then exhale, walk your feet out. Keep your hands right where they are and allow your upper body to lean down, stretching. This is a modified down dog. So here, I'm not just letting my upper body sink, I'm actively pressing into my hands. So they're pressing, I'm lifting my hips. Let me scoot back a little bit so you can see. And lift my hips, pressing down into the heels of my feet. And breathing. Look between the space of your feet. Inhale, come up. You're going to step your right foot forward towards the wall. So your toes come toward the wall. And your back foot, you're going to angle your toes out at a 45-degree angle. Now put a bend in your front knee towards the wall. Okay? You don't want your knee to come past your ankle, but it's just nice in a line. Now I'm going to press into my outer edge of the foot by pressing my hands into the wall. So I'm engage my glute, engage all the way down the outer edge of my back leg. I'm lifting the toes of my front foot to press into the ball mound of my front foot and pressing into my hands. Scoop the hips, lock up the pelvis, and breathe deep into the belly. Strong pose. So when we do sun salutation against the wall, you can't really flow like you normally do again on the floor. So we're gonna hold postures a little bit longer and breathe into them. Now ground through your feet. You're gonna inhale, arms up overhead. Imagine that you're squeezing a beach ball and you're holding it nice and steady. Reach up, extend up, and then exhale, plant your hands on the wall and step your feet back, coming into a modified down dog. Press actively into your hands, press into your feet, lift your hips. Come up. Now we're going to step our left foot forward, toes to the wall, and the back foot, you're going to angle the foot at a 45-degree angle. Bend the front knee, engage the pelvis, so I'm tucking my hips, locking it all up, and pressing my hands into the wall so that the outer edge of my back leg is being pressed against the floor. Again, lock up the groin, lengthen the low back, squeeze the glutes, press into your hands, pull up through the crown of your head. Strong breaths, strong body. Now ground through your feet and inhale, sweep the arms up. Imagine you're holding a big beach ball. You're squeezing the beach ball. And then lower the hands back to the wall. Step back into down dog. Deep stretch. Stand up, come into plank. So you have to adjust your hands to bring them up higher. Make sure that they're in line with your shoulder. And slightly rotate it out. Press into your hands, almost as if you're trying to lift the wall upward. You're lifting up, you're pressing into your feet, tuck your hips, engage your core and breathe here. Now lower your forehead to the wall, bend at the elbows, draw them down, and press back up. Draw them down, press back up. One last time, exhale, forehead to the wall, and then bring your feet to the wall. Inhale, open the heart gently. Exhale, press back into down dog. Breathe here. And then step your feet right underneath you. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, full forward fold. Tuck your chin, squeeze all the air out. Halfway lift, flat back, shoulders back. Sway the back, exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reverse swan dive. Come all the way up, reach up, look up, and exhale, hands to your heart. So that's a modified sun salutation against the wall. You can do warrior one. You can do another round and go into warrior two. So warrior two stance would look like this. You step your feet back. You square your shoulders to the wall. See? Step forward, do the other side. You could also do a warrior three stance there. You can pretty much do anything you want, a lunge or anything, but that's how you can do it against the wall to help build up strength. That's what I did right after my neck surgery when I couldn't do plank or down dog on the floor because I couldn't put any weight in my shoulders or my arms. And I built up my strength and my capacity by doing against the wall these sorts of movements and down dog. All right, I hope that's helpful, and we'll see you in the studio.